Everton make 3 changes to the side, which meets Zenit St. Petersburg here on Thursday. Joseph Yobo returns to the back 4 in place of Phil Jagielka. The Nigerian's recovered from an ankle injury. Leon Osman is also back, as is Yakubu. Andy Johnson and James McFadden drop down to the bench. Diamansi Kamara is back for Fulham, but will start out wide. That's the only change from the side, which was beaten by Manchester United on Monday. Teenager Elliot Omozusi continues to keep Chris Bird out of the side at right back. Former Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy won every derby he played here. David Moyes has met Lawrie Sanchez before when they've squared up. The last time was 7 years ago when Moyes was manager of Preston, Sanchez was manager of Wycombe. Preston won that day by 3-2. In fact, Lawrie Sanchez has yet to win against David Moyes in their managerial duel so far. Steve Bennett, the referee. He's well known to Fulham fans, sent off Chris Bird at Aston Villa back in August. Alongside me is Davy Probin. Davy, on paper it's a home banker, but Lawrie Sanchez believes his Fulham side have been playing well enough on the road.
Well, they're certainly going to have to work for anything to get here today, Gary. Everton flying, as you said, at the moment. And it's the type of game that I imagine that David Moyes will demand nothing less than 3 points. 4 away games coming up after this, so he'd really want to bank 3 points this afternoon.
Fulham have pushed Everton back early and have a corner here. Everton are learning to play both in Europe and then switching back to the Premier League. It's part of the education here at Goodison Park. It's a flick header from Diamansi Kamara. That's an early chance for Fulham.
I'll tell you what, if he gets more on it, if he gets it on the target, there's every chance he's scoring here. Terrific pace on the corner in. He gets a little glance on it. He's maybe just a little bit too far outside the front post to get it on the target. But certainly something that will concern David Moyes, the fact that he got away from his marker.
Says he wants to score more goals. Kamara this season has set himself a target of 10, excluding penalties. He scored 3 so far. That was an opportunity. Everton putting Omozusi under pressure. Lawrie Sanchez was critical of his side's display against Manchester United at the start of the week. He thought they should have taken the game more to the champions. He wants to see a fighting spirit from his side today. And they certainly got out of the blocks quickly there. This is Murphy. There's the young Elliot Omozusi keeping Chris Bird out at fullback. Now Simon Davis, the former Evertonian. It's a good ball in, just clicks off Joseph Yobo.
Yeah, Yobo did well. Very much aware of movement inside the box here. A slack pass from Julian Lescott in the wide area that gave the ball away initially.
Another corner kick for Everton to defend when Steve Bennett finally decides which side it will be taken upon. Simon Davis trots over to take it. Stefanovic forward. Everton will be watching Kamara too, who's just stood in front of Tim Howard. It's one short this time. Simon Davis again. Now it's Steve Davis. Curling ball in. Howard dealt with it well under pressure from Dempsey. Quick start here by Fulham. Omozusi, poor pass. Carsley mopping up for Everton. Arteta is in space. Here he is, Mikel Arteta, running at Paul Konchesky. Osman and Yakubu and Pinar in the middle. But Everton get the corner this time, from one end to the other.
Yeah, terrific break. Lee Carsley with a good choice to get Arteta away. Supported by Phil Neville, whose first touch was just a little bit too heavy. Got away from him.
Julian Lescott, 5 goals so far this season, hasn't scored though for over a month. And the usual threat there of Tim Cahill with Yobo just behind him. It goes towards Julian Lescott, pushed away by Niemi. There's Pinar now. Chances at both ends early on here. It's another corner.
Very good save from Niemi. Just got half a yard here on Stefanovic at the front post, and half a yard's all that's required when there's that kind of pace on the ball. Very decent save. Got the gloves up very quickly, Antoniemi.
Cucci. There's Danny Murphy, former Liverpool man. Stopped by Leighton Baines. Now Pinar. Yakubu trying to remain onside. Arteta in space on the far side. The ball will fizz around on this greasy surface. The rain still falling at Goodison Park as Pienaar sweeps it out to Neville. Yobo's ball towards Tim Cahill. Flattened by Stefanovic, who thought he won it fairly.
Oh, he's saying he had to go over the top of Cahill, who didn't really get off the ground, just made a bridge here for Stefanovic. I don't think he's leading with his hands either. I think that's harsh.
Everton telling Steve Bennett that Diamanti Kamara is not 10 yards away. Lescott's forward. Kamara is still told to retreat. Joseph Yobo, Yakubu, Tim Cahill, all inside the penalty area, and it goes towards Yobo, but Steve Bennett is about to yellow card Kamara because he didn't retreat the 10 yards. It's a silly booking for him.
Yeah, I'd already told him to get back. He's walking a tightrope in terms of tackles in what remains of this game, and on this surface, very easy to miss time one.
He's banned for next week's game as well now. 5th booking of the season for Diamanti Kamara, and it's a silly one when you think about it. Mikel Arteta to take this free kick again for Everton. Still Lescott, Yobo, Cahill and Yakubu remain forward inside the Fulham penalty area. Arteta's ball in and Niemi electing to punch. Carsley. Neville's ball forward, but too high for Leon Osman. The Everton captain hoping to be remembered here at Goodison in the same breath as the likes of the late Brian LeBone and Kevin Ratcliffe as a Goodison great. Well, Fulham have definitely come here to play. Shefki Kuchi with the flick on. This is Yobo. Ball just flies past both Stefanovic and Yakubu. Kuchi again can certainly put himself about. That's maybe why he's been included today.
He can. It's just important that Dempsey gets close enough to him, because he will win his share in the air when Fulham decide to go back to front.
Fulham just forcing Everton to go back to Tim Howard here. Stefanovic and Cahill again tangling. This is Osman. Pienaar out wide here, and it's a foul by Danny Murphy.
Well, he took the ball, Danny Murphy, that's the point he's making, but I think it's the use of the hands there. He just spun Osman here, just there, and it's certainly a free kick, and one that either Arteta or Carsley might fancy even from this range.
Likes playing here, Danny Murphy. 3 times he came here wearing the red of Liverpool in a Merseyside derby. Won all 3. Scoring once as well. Well, Mikel Arteta went close against Zenit St. Petersburg from a free kick on Wednesday. It's a little more central than that one. Does he fancy it, the Spanish magician? Yes, he does. Took a deflection too, and that's a good save by Niemi.
That's just an awkward time for Niemi. I think it's one he would always be expected to save. It's hardly one he can catch. It's right under his crossbar, and he does well to get it behind. Terrific action on the ball there from Arteta. Little nick, gave it the top spin, and Niemi did well.
Plenty of corners in the opening 15 minutes here. And almost a goal too. The ball is still in play here as Tim Cahill picks himself up. The flying in. Yakubu battling. Everton always a threat from set pieces.
He can't believe he's missed it, Gary. Completely free at the front post. Again, the pace on the ball is terrific, and he just doesn't quite get enough on it.
I think it was Aaron Hughes watching him. He just thought he was blocked off as he tried to keep pace with Tim Cahill. Cahill and Stefanovic again, and again it's the Everton midfielder who gets the decision. More frustration for Stefanovic.
It's the type of challenge that Loris Sanchez will expect him to go and contest. He can't expect him to drop off and allow Cahill to get turned there. He's got to go and squeeze.
Again, Kamara is not retreating, he's already on a yellow card. And Steve Bennett shouting over to him, move back. Arteta's free kick, and this time it's Leon Osman.
Well, again, they won the first ball. Osman can't get it onto the target, but it's such a good free kick. Arteta gets so much pace, so much dip on the ball. All these Everton runners are trying to do is help it onto the target.
Games against Fulham always special for David Moyes. It was Fulham who were the opposition on his first game in charge here 5.5 years ago. And none of the Fulham side that played that day or on the bench are still at Craven Cottage. The rain still cascading down at Goodison Park. Oh, Lescott's header, not the best. Here's Clint Dempsey. Now Simon Davis might fancy this against his former club. He did do as well, but terrific block by Leon Osman.
Yeah, he had to make up a lot of ground there to get the block in, Osman. It's a decent first touch from Simon Davis. Just gets out his feet. And he is one that's more than capable of scoring from that range and that angle, and Osman did really well to get across and block.
Well, the keeper's yet been tested from a long-range effort, especially with the greasy surface here and the conditions. You would have thought they would have been tested more so far, but there's a test for Tim Howard from a corner kick. Omazusi. Danny Murphy, fancy that.
Didn't quite get his foot round it. But again, we're talking about players with the technique to score from this kind of range, and Danny Murphy is certainly one of them. More than happy to take it on the full volley. Didn't quite get his foot round the ball.
Well, the long-suffering Fulham fans have had free travel up to Goodison Park today. September 2006, the last time they won on the road. They only won one the season before that as well. They do say that there's more chance of Everton inviting Mark Clattenburg to the Christmas party than Fulham getting an away win. But you never know, it could be today. It does become a psychological barrier in the end.
They haven't done much wrong today. Got to say, Fulham certainly well in the game here.
Dempsey. Osman again defending. That's what Leon Osman gives you. He's really found his form when he's been playing in the centre of Everton's midfield rather than out wide. Into the final 12 minutes of the first half. Still awaiting the first goal at Goodison Park. Elliot Omazusi. Caught Konchesky slightly on his heels, and Yakubu chasing down Stefanovic. You can hear the Everton fans urging him to close down the Fulham defender. Yoba at the other end. Now Kuchi trying to burst through both Jagielka and Carsley. Jagielka closes the door on it. It looks like Phil Neville's gone across to right back and Lescott's gone to left back now.
Jagielka playing centre back alongside Yobo, but Everton have lost their way in the last 5-10 minutes. They don't have the same control of the game they had earlier on.
So Julian Lescott has gone from centre half to left back. Phil Neville has gone back to right back. Everton having to make the change after Leighton Baines pulled his hamstring. Lescott's unmarked if Everton swing this ball in now. Too late. Arteta's ball in, and that's a comfortable take for Antti Niemi. He's the only surviving player in this Fulham starting 11 today that started in their last away win at Newcastle in September of last year. That's Pienaar. Lescott trying to go on the outside of Stephen Pienaar, and Pienaar tried the clever back heel, but there were too many Fulham players around him in any case. Plenty of endeavour, Davey, but a first half, a few chances so far.
Yeah, game's lost its way. Everton started very brightly, moving the ball freely, good range of passing, good tempo. I don't know whether the conditions have made it more difficult, but David Moyes, I don't think will be too happy with the way his side are finishing this half.
Just see behind David Moyes there, Andy Holden, who is helping out David Moyes in the absence of Alan Irvine, who left the club to go and manage Preston. Holden, the former Oldham, Wigan and Chester defender, once scored 16 goals in one season, which is not bad for a defender. He's told Lescott to catch him up anyway. Free kick Fulham's way.
Again, I don't know about that. I think that's harsh on Yobo. Leading slightly with his right arm, but not a great deal of contact. Once again, the two centre-backs go up.
Simon Davis standing over the ball. Stefanovic is standing just behind Julian Lescott. Stefanovic is free, had Simon Davis tried to find him.
Is he trying to score? Looked as if he was trying to find the top right-hand corner here. It's miles deep for the runners here. Miles heavy. Maybe trying to find the top corner.
Has done it once this season. Phil Neville to take this throw in for Everton. Fans beginning to get frustrated here at Goodison. And Everton will definitely want to try and get that man into the game a bit more, Mikel Arteta. You look at Fulham this season, Davey, they haven't really been taken apart by anyone, but they are just above that drop zone.
Yeah, I mean, you can see what Laurie Sanchez is saying. He's saying that the away record doesn't really reflect the performances, and you can see what he means. Fulham have been well in this game, a good match for Everton so far.
Kamara again's not retreating. He really needs to be careful. The Fulham striker playing on the left of midfield today. It's already been yellow carded for that. Leon Osman, good ball by Yobo. Arteta back to Osman again. 4 to aim for in the middle. Konchesky closes down the space. So to Diamanti Kamara, who was backtracking. Yobo. Hughes wins the header above Yakubu. Chance here maybe for Fulham to break. Davis is streaking through the middle here, and he's onside if the ball finds him. Just had to wait for it. And it peters out for Fulham.
If he gets a heavier pass, he's in there, Simon Davis. Made a great diagonal run from right to central area. But the ball that Stephen Davis tries to play him in with here is too light. This pass here, just too light. He had timed his run to perfection.
It's Jagielka who slipped over there in that move. Arteta's just gone crashing down. He's back on his feet now. But you could see Simon Davis just watching the line, just watching in which way he could bend his run. And it was perfect, but the pass wasn't. There he is again. It's a good ball to Konchesky. Shefki Kuchi and Dempsey in the middle. Yobo missed kicks, or just maybe got enough on that with a little flick of his boot. Fulham are stretching Everton at times. Now Everton might do the same to Fulham. There's Lescott. Yakubu trying to remain onside. It's a terrific challenge by the teenage right back Elliot Omazusi. He's keeping Chris Bird out of the team so far. His hero is Ashley Cole. And Omazusi has had a big week. Game at Manchester United and a game here at Goodison. Murphy. Konchesky just forced a little wide. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half, 0-0. The ball just taken off Clint Dempsey. Yobo goes back for more.
Well, he gets away with it. I don't know why he's trying to to play himself out of trouble tight in the corner there. Had a chance to knock it long. I think David Moyes will have plenty to say at half-time. Very bright start from his side, but we've since run out of ideas here.
Has losing Leighton Baines be the key, do you think?
Well, hasn't helped, but certainly from midfield forward. Not creating the space they were early in the game.
Well, Yakubu, thought the decision should have gone his way there as he tangled with Stefanovic. It will be a goal kick to Fulham.
Yeah, I think the assistant and the referee get it spot on here. Yeah, Yakubu, right foot, final touch. Former teammates at Portsmouth.
Well, Yakubu smiling, Stefanovic definitely not. Everton have, of course, changed formation from what they played on Wednesday. It was a 4-4-2 against Zenit St. Petersburg. They've gone back to the 4-4-1-1 today, of Cahill playing just behind Yakubu.
Still a very attacking system, Gary. You know that even though they only have one recognised striker on the pitch, Carsley of the 5 midfield players is the only one who sits goal side of the game. The others are all encouraged to get forward, go and support.
Fulham will be pleased with their work so far. Might get better here. The wind swirling around Goodison. Kamara. And again, Lescott now playing at left back across. And Lescott will try and shield that ball behind. And he's done well, Julian Lescott. His club manager David Moyes thought the criticism of Lescott after England's defeat by Croatia was unfair on his Everton man. Kamara. There's Davis. Kucci has pulled away on the far side of the penalty area. He's seen plenty of the ball in this first half, Simon Davis. Been moving all over the field as well as he's waiting on the edge of the penalty area. That's Konchesky. Took a little deflection there.
I think it came off Phil Neville, but once again Konchesky getting some joy down that side. Been very willing to get into space this afternoon.
We will have 1 minute of added injury time at the end of the first half. It's been a first half void of any real clear-cut chances. Maybe one aside. Niemi's had to turn over a free kick also from Mikel Arteta. Pinot can't keep the ball in play, and it will be a Fulham throw-in. Shefki Kucci, ball just bounced away from the fin. Fulham's last visit to Merseyside a couple of weeks ago, they kept Liverpool at bay until the final 10 minutes, which has been Fulham's Achilles heel this season. Rory Sanchez has made the point, but for the last 10 minutes they'd be a top 7 team. They have a tendency to concede late. Everton have a tendency to score late. Neville wants the ball back. Stefanovic comfortably away from Arteta. And again. Steve Bennett tells Phil Neville just to move back and take a throw in from a different position. Last attack maybe of the first 45. Lescott trying to go around Simon Davis, but Fulham are working hard just to deny Everton space.
Very comfortable so far. to say that Everton have given better sides more problems than they've given Fulham this afternoon.
1 minute.
Young Omazusi with this throw in. He's telling Simon Davis and Clint Dempsey to come nearer. Goes straight to Pienaar, and a miscue by Hughes gives Everton the throw in here. Will there be a twist at the end of this first 45? Lescott's throw in towards Yakubu. Bounced up awkwardly there for Aaron Hughes, who dealt with it well in the end. Now Jagielka.
He's lucky Yobo was there. Miss kick there.
Kuchi was just behind Phil Jagielka, and now it's a free kick to Fulham, but that could have been a costly error by the Everton defender at the other end.
Just didn't get enough on it. Appeared to come off his studs there. But he's fortunate that Yobo was round the back in the cover. So far so good for Fulham.
Well, it's been a first 45 which hasn't been full of chances. The best for Everton falling to Tim Cahill, near post header, which he couldn't get on target. And in the opening minute, Diamanti Kamara went close, also from the corner for Fulham with a header. But it's been a first half really void of any genuine chances. And at half time at Goodison Park, it's Everton 0, Fulham 0. But certainly David Moyes will want more from his side in the second half as Everton look to stretch their unbeaten run to 10 games. Fulham would take a point here at Goodison today, but still they're looking to get that monkey off their back of not having won away from home since September 2006. No changes at the break. What are you expecting in the second half, Davey?
Well, I don't think David Moyes will give it too long before he does think about changes. He has 3 strikers on the bench. He has Johnson, Anichebe and McFadden there. So plenty of options for him. But Everton have got to do something to lift this crowd. I've never heard Goodison as quiet as this in a long, long time.
Kamara back defending for Fulham. Given away by Danny Murphy, straight to Phil Neville here. Arteta turns the ball onto Neville, who is caught from behind by Konchesky.
If we are going to get one, Gary, it's most likely going to come from a set piece. Some of the delivery has been terrific today. And I think given the wind in the ground, either goalkeeper reluctant to come and take. So if the ball is attacked well enough, you might just get the breakthrough from a free kick or a corner.
Everton have already lost one full-back in this game. Leighton Baines in the first half with a hamstring injury, and now Phil Neville is limping after that challenge. Arteta's free kick towards Jagielka, just beyond him it was Lescott who got the final touch. Pienaar race to try and keep the ball in play, but doesn't succeed on that far side.
It's another great delivery from Arteta. It's a massive dip. He gets so much late dip in the ball here. Dips right into the centre of the 6-yard box. Lescott up just a fraction early. I think he's just on the down as he makes the contact with the ball. He couldn't have asked for a better ball in from this man.
Arteta still waiting for that Spanish call-up. He has revealed this week that Spain manager Luis Aragonés has a friend who's an Evertonian, but he's still waiting for the call-up to the Spain squad. Mikel Arteta has the tricks, has the looks, speaks 6 languages, is married to a former Miss Spain. Where did it all go wrong for him, eh? The Everton crowd is lifted. Just bounced off Yakubu, and Steve Davis working hard and draws the foul. Big week for David Moyes. After this, it's 2 away games against West Ham, 1 in the quarter-final of the Carling Cup, then in the Premier League, then it's an away trip to Alkmaar in the UEFA Cup. They've already sewn up top spot in their group, and then it's away to Manchester United. So 4 away games up next for Everton.
That's why I'll desperately want the 3 points today. I don't think he would settle for anything else.
Jagielka just knocking the ball back to Tim Howard. Arteta calling for the ball out wide on this near side. He's forced to move in field as Yakubu tries to flick on. Cahill lays the ball to Arteta, just behind Pienaar. Arteta on the overlap. Cahill and Osman waiting inside the penalty area. The wind swirling around again as Lescott's cross is dealt with by Murphy. Now Kuchi could be away, just behind him now. Kamara breaking forward. This is Konchesky. More pace about this second half at the start of the second 45. How much will conditions be playing a part, David?
I think as the afternoon has worn on, the wind has actually got worse, and certainly a nightmare for goalkeepers. And I think you saw the way the ball dipped there in front of Phil Jagielka, the difficulty for defenders as well, when the ball is thrown into the box.
Is Konchesky blaming the conditions there? Davis. Kamara, Pienaar is back for Everton. He and Arteta have just swapped sides for the second. Arteta's ball, it's a good ball to Yakubu. Cahill wants it now. Yakubu just delayed the pass, and was Cahill took down? Everton fans behind the goal think so.
It's a good tackle to me. Stefanovic very well positioned as well.
Osman. Better pace about this game now.
Yeah, big appeal there from the Everton crowd, and that really has lifted them. I thought initially it was a clean challenge here from Stefanovic. I don't think there's anything in that, and Steve Bennett perfectly positioned to call it as well.
Cahill didn't appeal too much either. It was more the Everton fans in the Gladys Street end behind that goal. Neville's throw in. Yobo thought he was pushed.
Tell you what, had he gone down, he might have got something. Certainly nudge on him.
Instant hit by Cahill, great save from the Amy Yakubu! Everton lead! It may be fortuitous the way Yakubu took that home, but it's an all-important goal at Goodison.
Well, it's a terrific volley from Tim Cahill. And Yemi with a decent reflex save, but he just doesn't get it safe, he doesn't get it wide. And Yakubu knows he got lucky there. To be fair to him, he's in there where it counts, in the central area. Terrific volley this from Cahill as the ball comes over his shoulder. Yakubu didn't appear to know too much about it, but he's in sniffing it out and he got his reward. Yemi might feel he should have done better. And as it comes in, I think it comes off the right foot there of Yemi. Good reaction from Yakubu either way.
Seventh goal of the season for Yakubu. He's now scored 6 goals in 8 games against Fulham. They'll be sick of the sight of the Nigerian striker. The game needed a goal, and it's got one after a fast start to the second half. There he is again. Pienaar. Now Arteta. Yakubu foraging again. Thought he was fouled.
I'm just surprised that Arteta didn't take the shot on his left side there as Stefanovic comes to press the ball. Thought he had half a yard here to get the shot away right here. Decided instead to try and dig it away from Stefanovic. And what a difference to the atmosphere in this ground. Whole crowd now lifted. And that'll be music to David Moyes' ears.
Just the start to the second half that David Moyes would have wanted. There's Kamara. And now it's Danny Murphy! Wonderful shot, terrific save from Tim Howard.
Well, we talked about his technique in the first half, and there's a great demonstration of it. Just adjusted his body shape to take on the full volley, and Howard did well.
Corner goes in early, and Simon Davis just has a missed kick. And it's a goal kick to Everton.
It's a very decent save from Tim Howard. Don't know how much he saw of the ball being struck, if he saw it being struck at all. Great technique from Danny Murphy. Favoured the left foot shot, but adjusted his body and got plenty behind it. Howard did really well, bounced just in front of him, an awkward one.
3 times he came here as a Liverpool player in the Merseyside derby. 3 times he left Goodison as a winner in those games. Tim Howard denying him that time. Great start to the second half, particularly for Everton, who lead here by 1-0. There's Dempsey. Arteta. There the shouts of man on from the Evertonians. Just held off Kamara. Now Neville. Arteta, Yakubu and Pino in the middle here. And Omazusi had to get that touch.
That's a good ball from Gary Neville. Just about all the fullback could do. They didn't know what was coming in behind them.
Arteta across to take this corner. Yobo forward in conversation with Lescott. Yakubu waiting. The name of Mikel Arteta being sung at Goodison Park as he prepares to take this corner kick. Goes in towards Lescott and Niemi does well under pressure. Niemi's off his line here as Yakubu hooked the ball back in. There was a vital touch by Stefanovic, still not clear yet for Fulham. Osman peels a handball off Davis, and they've struck the arm of Yakubu too. And Yakubu doing well, but Fulham surviving.
Yeah, Everton really have been through the gears of trying to put this game to bed. And any take from across this afternoon is awkward for the goalkeepers, given the wind in the ground. Niemi couldn't quite deal with it. Unfortunately enough white jerseys goal side to see it out.
Was 15 minutes and 7 seconds. 15 minutes and 7 seconds.
Jagielka and Yobo just doing enough. Well, the second half so far has been in complete contrast to the first 45. This Fulham's miserable away record to continue. Everton appear to have the bit between their teeth. Cahill. Pienaar to Arteta. Thumping challenge on the Spaniard. Aaron Hughes tidying up again for Fulham, who don't really have an outlet. Kucci will chase this down. Tim Howard says leave it. The wind is getting stronger here at Goodison Park as the game goes on. Difficult to tell in whose favour it is. Phil Neville. Well, this will be exactly what David Moyes wanted from his side at the start of the second half. Go and get a goal and take the game to Fulham. Fulham just need to get a foothold back into this. He played well in the first half. Omazusi. Time here for Simon Davis. Kucci and Dempsey waiting on the edge of the penalty area. Yobo stretching, makes the clearance. Konchesky now. Steve Davis being watched by Carsley. Kamara away from Arteta. Dempsey. Then Dempsey drives it. Howard pushes the ball away. Kucci on the follow-up. There's a fizzing drive from Dempsey in the wind here.
It's a very good save from Tim Howard, because the ball is moving all over the place. Did well to get his gloves up. Good spell for Fulham. Terrific set-up play. Kamara is very best with the run initially, skips away from Arteta. Nice feed here. Dempsey gets right through the ball here, took a big move just in front of Tim Howard. And Everton see this to goal. Suggestions perhaps of offside against Cahill as the header comes in. And I'll tell you what, from that angle, Fulham have a case. Certainly looked a yard offside in the central area as the ball was headed back in.
It was Yakubu, of course, who stuck the ball away, but Tim Cahill standing in an offside position. Difficult there for Niemi, kept his eye on it all the way. Don't want to alarm you, Davey, but the gantry is shaking here in the wind.
It's getting worse, certainly getting worse. Wouldn't like to be a goalkeeper out there, that's for sure.
I don't think they'd like to be up here. Yakubu, Cahill's just offside. It'll be interesting whether Laurie Sanchez will have realised that, or indeed his Fulham players, about the Everton goal. There was no reaction at the time. Arteta with the dink inside. Osman, wonderful save from the Amy. Pino on the follow-up, can't quite get it. It's a fantastic challenge by Hughes.
Just wonder, was Cahill offside again at the back post as it came in? Don't do well to get it away. As it comes in from Arteta, not at his level. So Osman couldn't have struck the volley much cleaner than that. Much better game we have in front of us now.
In difficult conditions, the keepers have dealt well with what's been thrown at them so far. Niemi made that save, of course, from Cahill in the goal, which Yakubu took away, or put away. Cahill, Yakubu, Arteta in space here, on the outside of Omazusi. Has he taken on too much? Omazusi does well.
Did very well. Determined to show Arteta the outside, knew he was quick enough to stop the cross coming in.
Lescott, Cahill and Yobo waiting on the 6-yard line. It's been the cross goal and Yakubu makes it 2-0. Fulham will be sick of the sight of him.
That's a lovely touch at the front post from Jagielka. And again, we've talked about the quality of the set pieces, and this is another terrific corner. Comes in really flat, good pace on it. Jagielka just drops off at the front post, helps it across the face of goal. And Yakubu gets round the back, well worked goal. And Jagielka at the front post had a big part in it. Terrific corner from Arteta, helped on, and Yakubu's not going to miss from there.
Osman. Omazusi again denying Everton.
Well, he was caught with the ball inside him, but he still had the pace to get out of jail. Great insurance for the centre-backs as well, knowing that he has the pace to cover them.
Jagielka again, will he be used at the near post once more? Everton looking for the killer third goal here. It's gone this time to Julian Lescott. Yakubu with the hook. And it's Jagielka with the dipping header.
Well, had to generate all the power, no pace in the ball that came into him. Just a looping overhead kick here from Yakubu, and he has to do all the work here, Jagielka.
Will it be 10 games unbeaten for David Moyes? Some say it is his best run if it goes to 10, but he did manage a run of 11 games unbeaten, which took in a summer break a couple of seasons ago. But in that spell, that time, they won 5 games. At the moment, they're winning 8 of 10 this time around. It's a terrific run of wins for the Everton side. Will Fulham still have something to say about it in this game? Stephen Pienaar has shown this afternoon that he really can mix it as well. Ball just holding up in the wind there, even when it's on the ground. Yakubu is onside here. Real chance to finish it off. Yakubu's on a hat-trick. Unselfishly, he looked for
offside.
Mikel Arteta.
He's offside anyway, Gary. Arteta's gone early. Fulham were looking offside initially here as the ball was played up the line. Mamadouci steps up here in the central area. Flag stays down. Arteta's got to stay behind the ball here. Well, was he level?
Pienaar racing back, trying to close down Sol, and Stephen Pienaar has done his job. Pienaar again. And once more, Arteta on the gallop forward. Pienaar fancied the back heel. Now he finds Yakubu. This could be the hat-trick. Still Yakubu! Hat-trick! That seals it for Everton. 10 games unbeaten under David Moyes. Another away day defeat for Fulham. Yakubu the hero.
It was a wonderful finish, and I think he is onside. Great build-up play. Pienaar heavily involved as he comes across the pitch here. Once it's fed through to Yakubu, is he onside? I think Stefanovic is who plays him on. It is left centre back, plays him onside. Checks back onto his right foot, did really well to make the chance on his right side and get his body open. And after that, it's a pass inside the far post. What a good hat-trick. Nothing that Yemi could do there at full stretch.
The goal, though, will be scant consolation for Lawrie Sanchez. Arteta. Pienaar just trying to get in behind Konchesky. Arteta wants it now, and Arteta gets it. Johnston McFadden in the middle, goes towards James McFadden, the Amy. I think he was unsighted right to the end there, the Fulham keeper.
Some terrific football, two touch players, they know two touch players involved. Pienaar first of all, lovely little reverse here to get Arteta in behind. Not convinced the shot was going to find the inside of the post, but Niemi wasn't to know, had to get across.
Another corner kick. Oh, the best of defensive headers by Chef Kikuchi. Healy's done well though, just to hold off Jagielka. Kamara back to David Healy again, he's gone for the chip.
Oh, he's asking a lot. And the wind is holding it up at that end of the ground. Clearly spotted that Tim Howard was out around his penalty spot, but the goalkeeper always had a bit to spare there as he got back.
Jimmy Bullard has made the trip up back to the northwest. He's back in training for Fulham, not doing contact training just yet, but is expected to return to contact training in the next few weeks or so. Sat alongside Hamad Bouatsa there. Bullard made a great impact when he signed for Fulham from Wigan last season. In fact, Bullard's injury was picked up in a last away win at Newcastle in September of 2006. I don't think Jimmy Bullard will be fishing tonight in weather like this, Davey.
Can't see it.
Everton still chasing more goals here. Carsley rides the challenge of Stefanovic. Everton now with 4 away games to come, 2 in cup competitions and trips to West Ham in the Premier League and Manchester United as well just before Christmas. David Healy can't beat Phil Jagielka. Lawrie Sanchez has been making the point that maybe David Healy is best playing with a big front man alongside him, the likes of Chef Kikuchi. And Brian McBride, of course, when he's fit. After an initial good start to life in the Premier League for David Healy, he's found it difficult since. Everton with eyes on the top six. They were ninth coming into this game today. It's on that unbeaten run of 9 games and 7 wins in that 9. We bet against them gaining a European place again this season, especially in this form. Here's Pienaar again. Osman streaking forward here and onside. Phil Neville's the furthest man forward. McFadden opens up for the shot, tried to place it.
He opened up the goal beautifully for himself. Always likely to try and get it back onto his left foot there, James McFadden. Didn't quite find the inside of the far post.
I think there was almost an inquiry as to why Phil Neville was the furthest man forward there. At the other end, Kamara's in space because Phil Neville's gone forward. But Everton with plenty of blue shirts back. Kamara still there. And now Steve Davis can't find his range.
Just wanted too much time there, Kamara. First touch in the chest is good, then he could have got the shot away on the half volley. But wanted a bit more time. This touch is excellent here on the chest and could have hit it here on the half volley. And once he takes that other touch, Everton pressurised the ball really well.
Fulham have kept working. But it will be for scant reward here. Lee Carsley doing what he does best, winning the ball. The good times are rolling at Goodison Park. 10 games unbeaten for Everton now, including 8 wins. Yakubu with a hat-trick for Everton. For Fulham, they still can't win away from home. It's finished at Goodison Park. Everton 3, Fulham 0.
David, tight first half, but you really blitzed them in that second half.
Yeah, it was a tight first half. I think the conditions played a big part. The rain and the pitch was very difficult, but overall we got there in the end.
You can't really overstate those conditions out there. The wind was swirling around. Does it take time to deal with that?
Well, I thought we started the game very well. I thought we passed it really well the opening 15 minutes or so. Then I have to give Fulham a bit of credit, they came back into it. But there was a stalemate. There was very few chances either end in the first half. And we might have just felt a little bit from the game in midweek. I think that showed. We didn't look as if we had enough energy in the first half. But I've got to give the players some amount of credit for the way they played in the second half. I thought the football was as good as we've played.
Yakubu will get the headlines because it's a hat-trick for him. That's what you brought him here to do.
We scored 3 and I thought if we'd scored 6 in the second half, then I don't think anybody could have faulted it. The keeper made saves. As you say, Yakubu got the 3 goals, and it's great because he's beginning to score the goals. That's what we brought him for. We knew he had a brilliant record. We knew if we could get someone at the club or 2 or 3 people at the club scoring goals regular, hopefully we'd keep us near the top of the league, and that's what they're doing.
Laurie, was that a tale of 2 halves?
Very much. I thought we had a very good first half, probably edged it, had more opportunities, looked more likely to. Goals change games basically. Everton got their first goal, fortunately I think, and thereafter poor marking from a set play 2-0. We were chasing the game after that as we had to, and it allowed Everton to perhaps open us up a little bit, and Yakubu gets the third one, good goal from him, but when we're chasing the game, sometimes you can leave yourself open at the back.
What changed it? Was it just that first goal then?
Goals change games, the team that gets in front, the whole perspective changes, certainly for an away team coming here. Everyone a good side obviously, and we'd done very well first half and matched them. But as I say, the first goal was so important. They got it, fortuitously to a certain extent I would have said, but that doesn't surprise me. And thereafter, as I say, the second one was just poor marking, and as I say, after we're chasing and they opened up and got a third.
When you say it doesn't surprise you, is that down to some decisions again?
It's offside.
Tim Cahill was standing there, wasn't he, in an offside position when he struck the ball?
I think when you see it, it'll be self-evident.
Yeah, congratulations, a hat-trick. It was a game of 2 halves that today.
Thanks, and it's a great feeling, to score a hat-trick, and we the players, I think we play so well, and the first time we didn't do so well, but Fulham did, and second we come on stronger, and at the end we got the trip and we're looking for, and to score a hat-trick in my new club, and it's great feelings,
Fulham's search for an away win goes on. Yakubu, the hat-trick scorer that gave them the 3-0 win.